Hello everybody, welcome to another Facebook Live. Welcome to Create and Craft. My name's Stephanie Waitman. I'm going to be with you for the next 2 hours and we're going to be crafting. And you know, the desk's already crafted and full of lovely goodies for this afternoon. So wherever you are in the world, please drop us a little line, say hello to us. I'll be saying hello back to you. And also we're going to have a little bit of fun as well. Before we do get started with the kit that I've got for you, and the details are there on the screen, it's not a selling show. This is about us having a chat. But if you want to make what I'm making, then we've got that so that you don't miss out. The worst thing in the world is when somebody shows you something amazing and then you can't get it. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that are amazing, but you're going to have to wait till Saturday to get them, because I found literally about 2 weeks ago this faux leather paper. Have you used it? I mean, my goodness me. We started off with this one, which was fabulous, and it's like, you can't tear it. You can stitch it, you can do all sorts with it. Then what happened was I got the team all helping out, making things. So you see my earrings? Well, these are die cut, and these are actually made from paper. So not only are they really, really light, you know, you'd expect that to be quite heavy because of the amount and the size of them, but they're really incredibly light. So Kasha brought them over to show me. I was like, oh, these are really nice. Let me try them. And she's like, no, they're a sample. I was like, yes, they're now my earrings. And she was like, can I have them back? And I was like, nope. And I've had them on all day and they feel amazing. So then I've come through to do my Facebook Live. Do you know what? We've got Create and Craft's birthday next week. This show's on Saturday and I'm doing it, and I can't wait to show you, because I've made some really good stuff. But I came in, they've made more earrings. So look at these. The silver actually looks like silver leather. They've made this amazing necklace, which I have to say, finders keepers. You know, if I've got my hands on it, then it has to be mine. Kathleen just went, look at my little notebook. Look at this. She's made this little notebook, which just looks like it is proper, like a little proper leather notebook. And then I've even got this handbag, and it is so sturdy. So I guess what I'm saying to you is you're going to have to watch on Saturday, because you are going to love what you can do with this. So I'm just going to put this all out of the way, because that's not what I'm going to work with. But I am going to try and do you a Facebook Live on that at some point, because it's an amazing product. I've never thought I would get excited about this. Then Kathleen's just told me, I've just been online and spent £40. Said, what on? She went, I've just bought a load of that faux leather stuff because it's absolutely amazing. So they've all bought some to take home as soon as it arrives from Create and Craft. So there we go. So even us. I was like, didn't anybody buy me any? And they're like, no, we didn't know whether you'd want any. I was like, want any? I want every colour. So we're just as bad as you are. And a very warm welcome if you've just joined us. Hello, Mary. How are you? Hi, Chris. How are you? Teresa. It's good to see you. Susan. It's good to see you. Jane. Joan's in Nottingham. That's just up the road. And then we've got Susan as well, who's in Wales. Laurie, who's in the US. She so loves tattered lace. And then Janice and Sean and Create and Craft. Hi, everybody. And Dee, hi. It's good to see you too. So a great start. Nice little crowd of us to get started crafting. What have you been making? What was the last thing that you crafted? Now, I was trying to think about the last thing that I made, and do you know what? It was only yesterday and I couldn't remember. There we go. Here we are. But I'm ready to craft now. And you know, when you get in from work and you've had a busy day, and I sometimes, if I'm having a busy day and I want to do something that's really exciting, then the first thing that I'll do is I'll get all my craft stuff out, because that is when you start to feel the most relaxed. So I've got here, this is a fabulous little envelope, and it's got all the pieces in it. I'm going to show you what's in the kit. Oh gosh, tape pens. Oh, I need to stock up on these. I've got 6 here. Do you know, in my thing, where's that one gone from yesterday? Look, I ran out yesterday and all that was left was the lid, because I've used them all up. Where's my bin gone? It's over there. Yeah, I've used up all my tape pens. So perfect timing to get more tape pens. And you're actually going to get 6 of these with this kit. Are you ready to have a look? Makes me smile when you see something that you know you're going to love. So, Chris, she said, the card I sent a picture of yesterday was the last thing that I crafted. Wow. Love the earrings. Thank you, Shirley. These were made by the lovely Kasha. She made them this morning out of the new leather paper that I'm going to bring you on Saturday. Susan, she said she's playing with the digital subscription. And then hello to Annette. Sarah, oh, made a 3-drawer chest. Wow. That's amazing. And Angela's all the way in Indianapolis. That's a great sounding word, isn't it? So the best thing about getting a new paper kit is when you get it is this. You get right into it and it just, oh, that smells good. You can smell the print. It just smells lovely. Let me show you the designs that you get. So these kits, we don't have a huge amount of stock of them, but they have been just some of the most popular paper kits we've done this year. I've just designed another one for you, but this one, always in my heart. At $24.99, you're going to get that, and you're going to get all of these. You're going to get 6 tape pens. Now, do you remember when we used to pay £2.99 for 1 pen? Well, I mean, those days are clearly gone, but if that was the case, that would have been £15 just for those. Anyway, they're mine. You'll get some too. But let's take a look at these flowers because they are absolutely exquisite. And you've got all of the beautiful colours and they're designed so that they will mix and match. So I'm going to be showing you some little bits of paper folding. I've also, you can see on here, we've got all of these elements. Now these are all die cut and you literally push them out. And the other thing is, you can see all this faux embossing on there that looks really, really effective. Glenys, hi, she's actually making a memory book for her granddaughter's 18th birthday in June. Wow. Roxanne, she said, hello from Wisconsin. And Jenny's emailed in as well. Hi, Jenny. Maggie, that new paper smell. I don't know anyone that doesn't love it. Do you know, isn't that, could you imagine? Your husband says to you, what's that new perfume? It's like, you've just stuffed the new paper down your jumper so you can smell it. I was like, it does smell good. Then who else have we got? Chris has said hi. Roxanne says, love the smell of paper. It makes it hard to use. It absolutely, it does. Romana says, good morning from Eugene, Oregon. I haven't crafted in a long time. Oh, okay. But I'm so excited to get back into it. I love watching your demos since I don't know all the new techniques. Thank you. Love the colours in that paper. Hello to Nikki. Hi, Nikki. 2 days running. I've got 2 of those. I love them. Well, I hope you're using them, Angela, because we definitely need to be using them. Annette said, my last make was a memory book. You know, memory books are proving incredibly popular at the moment. We're all catching that bug again. And look at how beautiful these designs are. Just going to let you see more of them. Look at the colours that we've got in here. That light, medium and dark colourway. Those 3 colours are so important when you want something that's tonal. The light, there's the medium, and there is the dark. And we're going to do some special mats and layers as well in this show. This is the pile that you're actually going to get. So you get 9 designs of toppers, and there's 2 of each. Then you're also going to get 6 designs of the coloured card. That's this cardstock, and you'll get 4 of each of those, and then 5 designs of inserts, which are under here somewhere. And you also get you get 4 of each of those designs, and you get 5 designs of the envelopes, and you get 4 of each of those. So look at these. Aren't these just exquisite? These are just so pretty, and these are your inserts. So delicately, this just rolls up the side of the paper, and it just gives you an elegant finish. And I'm imagining as well, imagine having a design that actually is almost like a book card, and you've got these layers that you could look into and create designs with. Then you come on to the different shapes and the sizes. So you've got these in DL, we've got our A6 cards, we've got our small squares, and then we get the envelopes to go with them. Now the matching envelopes are already pre-scored for you, but I'm going to show you how to make this into a box envelope. So we'll do that demo first, so that when we build the first card and I put all of the elements of the decoupage on there, you know how we're going to sell it, send it and post it. I'm going to take my card and make the design straight out of the pack. I'm not going to do anything. I've got my demo prep there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it straight out of there because I want you to see just how easy it is. I'm going to dip into my kit and my poker tool's gone astray, but I've got my scissors, so this will do. So, my poker tool's there. Oh dear. Right, so here we go. Here's the first of the score lines. So let's put these. You'll notice today, guys, no magnetic lashes, no nails, just the pure me, as pure as the day I was born, just as I am. Nothing false, except my crown, one of those. But yes, all of me, just there. Shadia, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. And Michelle, hi. She would love some pretty knitting shows. We've had requests for knitting and crochet, so we're going to have to do both of them, everybody, because you've asked for them. Doreen's just done a quick scrapbook page today. First craft I've done in a year. Oh gosh, I wonder what was the inspiration to actually get crafting again. I hope it was something good and something fun. Just want to mention these earrings. These are little earrings that have been, in fact, I'll take one out and I'll show you close up. I'll put it down and I'll show you how it's been put together. So these are just leaf dies. So I've cut 2 of those out. Then these are the next little dies, and I've cut 2 of those. And then I've got 2 of these little leaves. So 2, 2, 2. And they're just on little jump rings. So they're on a string with little jump rings. And then all of that's on a chain. And that just then hangs down, and they're really, really lightweight. So they're so comfortable to wear. So you're probably gonna see me with these in lots and lots of different colours. I think we need a kit for these, don't we? We need a kit to be able to make our own jewellery and earrings. Could you imagine these as Christmas presents? And just to let everybody know, this is leather paper. So it's paper that's made out of fibres to give the look and feel of a faux leather. So it's really environmentally friendly. Right, so here's what we need to do. So first of all, I've already made the fold lines that I've got, and I'm using this piece of card as a ruler. And I'm just going to score, just check that's level, along here. And a little tip for you with your pokey tool. If you have got a pokey tool like I have, and you haven't got a scoring tool or a ball tool, I want to get right up to the top of this edge. I want it to be really tight in there so my score line's sharp. So what you need to do is hold your tool at this angle. So I'm going to lay it down, and it's almost, you're laying it down so that the handle is resting on the surface, and I'm just literally going around about, about 1/2 centimetre from that first score line that was put in as part of the kit. And because we're using this ball tool, this pokey tool, you're going to find that you get a really strong fold, and it's a really sharp one too. And then what you do is you just roll this until that catches like that. And it literally catches on that score line. And look how you then make yourself a little box envelope. And I'm going to do it again. So like that, just roll it till it catches and then score. Come back, roll and score. Come back, roll it, and you'll see it catch. And as soon as it catches, you can press down either side and create that score line. So what I've done now is I've got, if I just pull that back, I've got my box envelope, and it's all the way around. I've got that box effect. Now, important little tips for you. This is important. On your envelope itself, let me get a fresh one so I can show you what I mean. So when you're scoring, you've got a score line that's already been put in by the manufacturing process, okay? So that's there, and you can see a nice sharp crease. The second line that we put in for the box envelope has got to go halfway between there and there. If we go too close to the top, what will happen is there won't be enough left here for that to overlap and stick. So halfway between there and there is that 1/2 centimetre, which is what I've got here, and that is how we then, when we come to put this together, we've still got enough of all the material to make it stick. So I'm going to fold, it's going to be the bottom that's going to fold up, so it's going to go like that. Now I'm going to show you why you need your tape pen. So the next part of this is here, and I'll take this piece of card so you can see what I'm doing. So you take your tape pen, and the glue is from there to there. So it comes just in from the very edge on either side. So when I'm going to line this up to put my glue on, I'm going to line it up so that it comes just inside the edge there. So can you see that? So, and what you're going to see is all of that glue, whoops, is actually on there. There's none of it on here because I've just taken into consideration, which is the other one I need to line up, this one. So you just need to take into consideration where you're going to be doing your gluing. Right, the next thing, if I push that down on there, it's not going to line it up perfectly because it's flat, so I'm not going to create the perfect corner. So what you do is you get a few sheets of card and you slide it in like that so that you can support where you make that corner. Can you see how I've been able to support it? And now if I do the same on the other side, and I just slide the card over to the other side, and I just press that down, I've got the same thing. So now, look at how that sits proud. And I've created, instead of it sort of dipping down in the middle, I've created my perfect box envelope. And that is ready to finish. And you'll notice I've got that really pretty design. So let's now make a card to go in there. Now I'm going to say a few more hellos. Hi, do you need to strengthen them to put them through the post? Actually, no, I don't believe that you do, because the card itself is going to sit in there. Now, if you did need to strengthen it, the places that I would be looking to strengthen would be actually in the corners. So I would consider making a little mini corner to sit in there. So what we'll do is we'll make the card and I'll show you how to make a corner protector. Does that make help? So we've just had a message that says, Caroline's, I'm going to show you how to strengthen them. And, oh dear, a sympathy card for my colleague. Put it on hold to watch you. Well, thank you very much. I hope this gives you a bit of comfort. And, you know, it's quite hard when you lose somebody. So that's a really sad thing. I'm really sorry about that. Cherry says, I hope that you are having a lovely day. Lost with the time change in the US. Oh yes, you've gone to summer, is it summertime now? Or springtime? I'm not quite sure, but I know you sort of, hours changed, didn't they? Well, it's one of those things where I work out, what I tend to do is I look at, has it got dark outside? If it's not dark, then it means it's still daytime, so we're fine. Right, let's make a card. So we'll go this lovely grey-green as a foundation. And I'm going to make this so it fits inside my envelope. So this is going to go in here. I'm going to put lots of decoration on it so that we can use our 3D envelope. Right, I'm just going to use this piece as a for example for you. If I fold and I score this piece of card with my thumbnail, and do you know what? I bet it's not going to do it now. Sometimes you'll notice you'll get cracking, but we haven't got any cracking there. So, but the way to avoid it, just in case, is I'm going to fold it the wrong way. So I'm going to use my fingers to butt it up to, like that. And then I'm going to just crease there, like that. And then I'm going to fold back the other way. And just going to use that. So there is my scored card. Now, we need this to be a little bit more interesting than just a plain A5 card. So I'm going to fold the front back, and I'm going to fold that right back there so that we're revealing the inside. Now, inside we've got those inserts, haven't we? So let's find an insert, because I think we could make this look pretty yummy. So, into my inserts. Oh, I'm so happy when my desk's like this. This makes me smile, because this is what crafting is all about for me. Right, so an insert would normally get folded like that, but I'm going to fold this one like this. So it'll be white inside, but that's fine because we can stamp our messages or put our design on. But look, that's why I've done my insert like that. That looks great, doesn't it? So we come inside the card and we're now going to glue this in position. Oh, do you glue to the front? A question for you. The vote is on this one. So I'm going to go, I'm a down the middle girl. So I'm going to go down the middle there. Make sure I'm a centimetre short at the top and the bottom. Place that in the middle like that. And then close it up. And what will happen is it should just pull that open a little bit. There we go. That's what we want to happen. We want it to just pull open. In fact, I'm going to get a little bit more detail there. Let's get there. Perfect. We want that opening just a little tiny bit. So we've got a little swirling going on. We think it might. Just keep watching, everybody, because we're not going anywhere. Right, now let's look at the designs here and decide which one of these we're going to do. So I've got all of this to work with. I mean, gosh, this is the most exquisite kit. These are just beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just okay, everybody, you're going down my jumper. There's no way of hiding it. I've got to take my little microphone off, and we're going to put another one on, so we'll get you back with just technical problems. I think it's something to do with where the moon is in the sky at the moment. So I'm back. Yesterday I unplugged it completely. Did you see that? I actually unplugged the whole thing. Right. So I'm over here and I'm going to use this topper. Oh gosh, I've forgotten how gorgeous this kit was. So break the pips that you've got. Now the best way to do that is to get a hold of the piece of card that you want to work with, and either you'll just be able to slide your finger underneath and break the pip. You can wiggle the cardstock backwards and forwards, and this feels like I've got two sheets. I have. There we go. Wiggle the cardstock backwards and forwards. Keep your hand inside. Just wiggle it to break those little fibres. It's really, really easy to do. And what I like about this kit is everything is in it well enough that it's not all going to drop to pieces when you start working with it, but not so much that you don't get it stuck. So they're the two parts of the panel. Now you'll be looking at it and thinking, well, you're covering up the design there, and you're absolutely right, I am, but I'm doing that on purpose because I want to show you how we're going to build this design. This particular pattern is also in two pieces. So I've got a frame that goes around the outside edge, and I'm just going to release my little pips for that frame, and you just have to wiggle them. And a part of it is, this is really good quality crafting, and you get so much excuse me, in this kit that you're going to be able to make multiple cards, dip in and out of it wherever you are, you know, using the different elements to create things. Can I ask, what is, hi Tracy, hi Roxanne, oh, it snowed where she is. Susan, hi, did you make use of the template? Did you use a template to make the envelope, please? Susan, I didn't, because this kit actually comes with envelopes. But one thing I would recommend is, before you actually use them all up, you do take a template of every single one, because you can then use those with all of your plain cardstock. And if you've only got wrapping paper at home, this is a great little tip for you. Let's say, for instance, this was your wrapping paper and you wrap your present with it. Then you make your envelope with it, but you put the wrapping paper colour on the inside so that the envelope is white, so you can write the address on. But when the person who receives it opens it up, the envelope inside's decorated like the present, and that always looks really, really good. So that's the lace panel that I actually want to have for my design. I need a little bit of, we'll do a warmest wishes. So I have a little sentiment, because you've got lots of those. I've got on your birthday, well done, made a wish, hugs, dear friend. In fact, I'm going to have dear friend as well, because they're really good. Then this is just a little tag, but it's the cutest little tag because it's got the string actually attached to it, and the string itself, so it looks like it's like a little wooden tag. And inside there's a little bit that comes out, and it makes it look like it's almost like a real piece of string. So I've got my little tag. So I've got a label, I've got a tag, I've got some sentiments, I've got the inside of my card, so I'm creating a nice shape. There's my insert for me to write on or stamp on. And I need to just finish it off with a little bit of decoration. So I'm coming back into my other sheets and I'm looking for a border. I love this one. I like this sort of faux finish and this handmade card that I've got here. That's lovely. The ribbon is pretty. These are lovely tags, aren't they? Oh, these are nice. These little pieces of tape that are going to hold things in place. I'm going to need some of those because I need to hold my flowers in place. I think I'd be better off probably with the brown because it will be more complementary. So I'll have that, save that piece for later. I've got a piece of hessian here. I've got my ribbon. So I'm going to take this piece here. Now, let's have this torn piece of card. And we're going to place you across here. But we need something else. A piece of hessian would do the job. So I'll have that piece too. So I'm thinking now, texture, design, building up the elements and what this is going to look like when it all starts to come together. So I'm liking it. I'm liking the look and feel. I don't think it's finished yet, but I think I could do more with it. I do like this ribbon here, but I'm wondering what I could do with this waist. I'm thinking that might be really useful. So let's take the waist and let's use that. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to swap this piece for corrugated card. I'm going to save those pieces for in a minute. I'm going to take this little ribbon out of the middle and we're going to use the waist. We're going to make the most of the pieces that we probably would have thrown away. So this is the part that we're working on. So first of all, my little panel, my little ribbon needs to go across the middle. So let's get that trusty glue pen and go straight across there. So you can see it. There it is. There's my glue. It's almost a little bit, very, very slightly darker. Then I'm going to come on next to it and I'm going to put another row down and just a tiny little bit more. So I'm now going to go with the waist first, then my ribbon, like that. Let's put those and butt them right up together so they're nice and tight. We'll get our scissors and we're going to trim that off from the back, but you need to wiggle them because we don't want a straight edge. And then we get the other piece of waist and let's pop that here. Oop, need to come in a bit just to make sure it's absolutely going to fit and get that. So I've now created my little wriggly, I'm really chuffed with that, my little wriggly frill. Might need a bit more glue under there. Let me get you. And that has been done, the piece of ribbon and then 2 pieces of the waist, which were the edge of the card. So a little bit of a wriggle at this end. Gets that level. That's ready to sit on the front of my card. Now look at how that frill just brings that to life. Do I want it so the frill's like to the bottom, slightly more to the bottom? I think I do. I think that looks better. I'm just going to decide once more. It could work either way. So we'll put some foam on a roll. So my foam is going to go down in one side. Hi to Leslie Ann. She says hello there. She's in sunny South Wales. Warm and sunny. Wish Tattered Lace could do a USB with boxes with lids. All standard card sizes would make the life easier to make our cards look professional. Any chance? Do you know what? I'll go back straight after here and I'll put it on the roadmap for you. Pauline, hello to Stephanie and to everyone. Hi, Kat. Oh, hi, Kat. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. I haven't seen this lovely lady for ages. And if it's the person I think it is, we went to school together. We did indeed. Do you know what? This lady grew up with me as a teenager. We went to boarding school together. She's one of my best friends. Right, so now we're going to put the piece of lace over the top. So now look at how this is starting to come together. The lace here, the lace at the top. But I need to do something about this because I've hidden that beautiful pattern. So we need a way of being able to bring it all together. So hi everybody. So Susan, of course, happy to answer your questions. Just keep shouting out, everybody. And then I've got Barbara. Hello, Barbara. How are you? My goodness me, there's loads of you here. Gail, hi. Tons of you tonight. This is really, really good. Oh, gosh, let me do a quick recap for you. Somewhere under this little pile of everything is my box envelope that I've made. Here's my card that's going to slide in. I've already got quite a lot of depth and dimension to this card. What I've done is I've already folded back. There's my card. There's the insert. I've turned the insert inside out. I've folded back the front of the card so it's making it really substantial. We've built this lace frame up from having a piece of ribbon and then the waist over that fabulous Hessian, made the Hessian look more and more real by lifting it up off the card with some foam. Now we're going to fill in the design here. So I've got a little tag which I want to go over the edge. I'm going to draw our eye into the side of here. Kat, she said we certainly did have special memories. I'll tell you what, special and also got ourselves into a lot of trouble. Then I've got, oh dear friend, this is for all of my friends out there. And then we need some flowers. Now, this is where we need the flowers that are going to match the inside. So I'm going to need some of these. And do you know the flowers are just starting to come out? Can you tell me, everybody, if you've got buds in your garden that are coming out, little bulbs, tell me what they are, which are the first ones that you're going to see, because I've got some coming out, but I don't know what they are. I've only got green stems at the moment, so I'm not quite sure. Can you see how now the design behind is actually going to be coming to the front. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be, so I'm going to have to wait until they turn up, but I'm hoping they're hyacinths. I'm thinking they might be, but they are just coming out. Oh, I got into a right load of trouble at home though, because apparently I wasn't supposed to use all Carl's Best potting compost for using for putting my bulbs in. And afterwards, he told me he wasn't cross with me for using the potting compost. It was just that the plants won't get enough nutrients to stay in it for a long time. So as you guys know, I'm still learning a lot about gardening, but I do love it, and it is one of my favorite things to do, and I find it so relaxing, which I'm sure you do too. So yeah, gardening this year is going to be a big thing. I hope we get a lovely summer. And I've put bulbs in planters so I can take them inside. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to lift them inside. Gail says, I love having subtitles. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay. Hello, everybody. You can't do no wrong working with lace. That's true. Lace is a dream. It's so forgiving. You know, if you've got a little bit of lace and you put that on, see how those flowers look lovely, don't they? I'm just going to have another look and see what I've got over the other side. And I'm going to take this piece. So you've got quite a few different flowers to choose from. Now they are designed to decoupage. I'm going to show you how to make your decoupage go further in a second. But first of all, I want to do this. So we're going to finish off the card. So I want something that's going to draw my eye into the design that I've got at the side. So I'm going to use that little bit of buddleia. I've also got my little tag that I've got. I've got my more of my flowers. I've got some delphiniums as well that are going to go at the back. Some little cornflowers. So I'm going to put all these together. I'm going to build the design, and then I'm going to use my tape to hold it, or to hold the tag in place like that. So as if I've taken a piece of tape over the actual design, and you can see how it's lending itself into that shape, which looks great, doesn't it? So we're going to use a little bit of foam first of all. I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to put just tiny little bits on. And oh, hello Brenda in Australia. Daffodils and alliums in our garden, but the daffodils will be the first. I've had crocuses in the garden, everybody. Gail's loving the lilac images. They're just beautiful, aren't they? Do you know you can get some lilacs that just smell gorgeous? They're absolutely exquisite. So here is, I've got a little piece that needs to pop out. That's a good thing about this kit. It's so detailed. Look at how fine these stems are. It's literally all of that is fineness. And then I'm going to come round and get some foam on this part. And when I want something to sort of have a bit of height, what I sometimes do is put my foam down just in a sort of random shape, then put another piece of foam over the top, but the second piece of foam needs to go down to the cardstock itself, because where it touches there and where it touches there, that's how I'm going to get this to bow. So I'm going to place this piece, and it's quite a chunky piece. I'm making sure that my stems are all sort of lining up in a nice way so that they look complementary. I've got my little, there, you can see that's perfectly in place. Don't really need to do anything about holding it down because of what I'm going to be doing in a minute. I've got some more little pieces here. Now, so what I'm doing here with these delphiniums is I'm going to put these on flat. So instead of building it up and building up the decoupage, I've taken one of the decoupage layers, so it isn't even a full flower. And I'm just going to put this one which has got another little piece of decoration that I need to just get out there to make it more delicate. I'm going to put this one in here, and I'm going to put it on the back. So it's starting to build up dimension to the card. I'm not going to use the whole of the cornflower. I'm literally going to use the flower head, and I'm going to put that one down here. So it looks like we've got another little cornflower peeking out. So that's actually just a piece of the decoupage. So instead of us using 2 of those flowers, I've managed to do it with just 1. Then I need this piece, and again I've got a little bit of, can you see how detailed these actually are with the pieces that you get out that actually give us this extra little bit of dimension. This one again, I need some foam on, so I'm going to get some height here. And we'll put this on. But remember, it needs to lead into the side because we need to bring in that flower that we've got over there. So do I want it higher up? You just have a think about which way this is going to go, where I'm going to tuck it. I think it looks good there. So let's tuck that down. My little tag is going to go over here. My piece of tape, so imagine this is a piece of brown tape that we've got, is going to hold all of that in place. So remember, this one wasn't stuck. Look at that, it's stuck now because this is holding it. I'm going to make that little leaf come over the top. So it's holding my tag in place. And now I've got my little sentiment that I can put on here. I'm going to, where am I going to put it? I think I might just put it there. And let's put that on here. Now, when you look at this card, it's got a lot of detail, but it's got a lot of height. So take it to the side and let's see all of that dimension. First of all, just by folding that panel back, I created dimension. Then I've got layer upon layer. So I've got the back of the card, I've got the insert of the card, I've got these lovely flowers inside, so that story comes over the outside edge. I've used the waist to create the lace on the panel. I've got layers of foam and decoupage. That flat in an envelope is not going to get there in the best possible condition. But if I were to slide it into my envelope here, you can see how beautifully that fits, and that is then in the perfect envelope. But I need to make you those those corner protectors, because I promised I'd show you how to do those. And that's, I think, is just an exquisite card. And you know, when you look at how much you're paying for this whole kit, and the fact that literally you're getting 6 tape pens plus the whole kit for £24.99, I've got to say that is great value for money. Right, so we need to make a square. So this is the square. Now this is really me making sure I can remember how to do this. So then what I do is I cut in here, there and there, and I cut out a piece. So I'm left with, let's put this to there, I'm left with that shape. Then where's my pokey tool? Come on. Where are you? This is like being at home. Oh, here we go. Then the next thing I need to do is I need to score there and score there. And then I do the same thing on the other side. Now, I'm actually quite good at doing straight lines, but if you're not, just get yourself a ruler and do your score lines. So you're going to score there and there, like that. Okay, we'll go to the other side, there and there, like that. Then I come into here and I'm going to cut out that whole big square like that, there, and then that's my little corner protector. Can you see? Like it is there. And the way that you glue it, I just need to glue this piece onto there. So you get your tape pen. Oh, I've got one here. And I just need a little bit of glue right on the, oops, get that off. Right on there. That's my little corner. Just glue it in place. So like that. And then to make it look pretty, what I do is I get a proper pair of scissors because they're not very good. And you go snip there and there. And then you have to do everyone separately. It doesn't work if you try and do it all in one go. So that's my little corner protector. And I slide that like that. And then these, when it goes into the envelope, like that, if I put this one at the top, then you'll see it. So you make 4, okay? And honestly, you think it's so posh when your card comes with corner protectors. So pull that out, put your little corner protector on and tuck it inside. Can you see how that card, that little bit of cardboard that you've got there, now makes that really, really firm so it doesn't get squished in the post. And because your corner protector, if I put it over the edge of the envelope, is the same size and depth of the envelope, it actually holds it and keeps it all really, really sturdy. So there you go. That's how you do your little cards and you make your corner protectors. Now I'm going to sign this one and send this to somebody with one of these paper kits or what is left of the one that I've been using, so that somebody can make these at home. And there it is, all ready to go out in the post. Isn't that just lovely, isn't it? It just really is the best way of creating really quality cards. And if you're sending cards and you put those little corner protectors on, I can't tell you how much sturdier it makes them. In fact, look, I'll show you what happens there. You see that corner? I can just squish it, can't I? This one, that's not going to squish. I've got to press much, much harder to get that corner because of that corner protector. So, good little tip for you. One to actually try, especially when we're going to be starting to making trillions of Christmas cards soon. But it's a great way of finishing off your cards. Right, let's say some more hellos. Susan, hello. Really good to see you. She said she loves the card. Nothing yet in the garden here in Canada, as the snow is just melting. Wonder where you are in Canada. Dee says, I've spring garden in and wow, Southern California, I bet. Oh, there's a song about Southern California, isn't there? I love that song. Dee's got daffodils. Thank you for the compliment about the card. Thank you for the compliment about the card. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Gail. Wow. Denise, hello, how are you? Susan, thank you for thinking I've got a clever idea. Honestly, sometimes I have good ones. They're not always good. Pauline says, thank you. Lorraine says, lovely. Mary says, wow, beautiful. Oh, Mary, do you know, you didn't need to. I said to my husband the other day, I read an article in the paper. I don't know if anybody else read it. Let's just have a look. Wish I could just look at something and come up with a great card like that. Do you know what? Just think about the colours and the direction of the flowers. It's really easy. Love the idea. Great tip on the corners. Quick thing for you. I read an article the other day that said that it was most people had aged 5 years. I think I might have mentioned this yesterday. 5 years in lockdown. I'm like thinking, oh my goodness, 5 years. Now, so what that tells us is we need a little bit of sunshine. We need our family and our friends, and they're all the things that keep us young. So family, friends, and being able to socialise with people that we love, those hugs and all of those kind of things. So I think this kind of thing and receiving something like this through the post is the thing that really makes everything special. I'd be saying to you all, don't forget to send yourself a handmade card. Don't just send them to the people you love. Put one in the post every now and again for yourself, because it actually makes you smile when you open and think, I made that. Right, let's do another one. So, oh my gosh, where's the time going? Quick bit of tea. Question, how do you have your tea? How do you have your coffee? What do you have while you're crafting? Do you have a cup of tea? Do you have a bottle of water because you didn't spill it? Glass of wine, maybe? Black coffee? What is your tipple to have when you're crafting? I'm wondering. Wow. God, that tea's good. Okay, let's do another one. Right. This is for you, Chris, about how to put and think of ideas. In fact, this one's for all of you. How do you come up with an idea? So, first of all, let's talk about this kit. There's so much in it. Where do you start? I mean, literally, you can look at it and go, where do I start? So the first thing that I do is I put it into 2 colour stories. So I would have my pinks on one side. Do you know what? I've offered to do loads more Facebook Lives because it isn't like work. I've said I'll do loads. And I want to do more shows too. And I'm going to see if I can do workshops online because this is just, you know, this is just the best fun going. Right, so here we go. Is there anybody out there that would like to give me some pottery lessons? I'm looking for pottery lessons. If anyone can point me in the right direction, I'd be really, really happy. Right, so I'm going to be making mugs. You're going to be seeing lots of mugs this year. I'm going to be making, not just faces, I mean, but the actual thing you put liquid in. Right, let's say a few more hellos. I make so many birthday cards, and I like 7x7 or A4 in the UK. It costs a little more, but I think it's like a gift. You're absolutely right, it is like a gift. Lovely card. Top tip for the corner protectors. That's from Mary. Have bought the kit. Oh wow, gosh, enjoy it. If you've just bought it from here, then that's really fabulous. Because guys, you see the price that you've got there. It's not just that, isn't it? You get 6 tape pens with it. I mean, just the 6 tape pens on their own is like, I think that's £9.99. It's like getting this whole kit. This. Everything that's on my table is like, that means it's like getting it for £14.99. And that's not even the club price. Oh, I can see. It is a nice kit. You're going to love it. Right, so how do we get started? So the first thing I do is I choose, am I going to go pink or am I going to go green? Well, we did green last time, so let's go pink. So these are our 3 colours that we've got in here. So I'm going to move those out the way. And the reason I'm going to move these out the way is I don't want the colours to distract me when I'm planning my card. Okay, so if you are somebody that is looking, how do I get started when a great big kit like this turns up? What do you do? This is what I do. Okay, so I put that to one side. Right, now I look at what else I'm going to want to go with it. Now, I've got, and I don't leave my insert till last. I start thinking about this at the beginning because if I put the greens, you see how I've got this lovely, this pinky red in here. That goes perfectly with this, but that's going to determine one colour palette that I could have. If I move that out the way and I go with this one, that determines a different colour palette. So I'm going, am I going greens or am I going Hessian? I'm going to go Hessian. So now what I can do now is I can get rid of anything that's green. So let's get rid of all of those because that's going to distract me again from my colour story. So we'll move those out the way. We'll look at how much you get now. So I'm going to move my green ones and move that out the way. Let's take a look at everything else. So I've got, these are my, so there, that's what I've decided I'm going to work with. I've got my envelopes. I'm going to definitely want to use those, I think. I'm going to move more of the green elements. Gosh, there's a lot in this kit. I'm going to move that all out the way. So these are now, so let's get my colours out. It's starting to make it much easier for me to choose and plan what I'm going to make. Right, let's take a look at the flowers. So I've got beautiful flowers. They're just exquisite, aren't they? They're just lovely. Okay, so what I'm getting is I've got 9 designs of toppers. So that means there are 9 different sheets of these. and you get 2 of each. You've got 2 different flower toppers. You've got 6 designs of the coloured card, which we've got, and you get 4 of each of those, and 5 designs of the inserts, and there are 4 of each, and then the envelopes. I think it works out about 10, I think it works out at about 40 pieces altogether, if I remember rightly, from adding up. Right, so I'm now, look at this, how much easier it is to start thinking about my story. So, first of all, the colours. I'm looking at the colours, I'm thinking they're lovely. I'm seeing my poppies in here. So I said I would show you how to make this sheet go further. So I'm going to take that poppy head. I'm going to take that poppy head. And I'm going to take this poppy. Okay. So that is 3 pieces of flower that I'm going to need. Wow, these leaves are delicate. I'm just going to pull it out so I can get the poppy out carefully. Get rid of that extra little bit of paper, and there's an extra little bit there. I'm really sorry everybody about the nails and the lashes, there are neither. So I'm liking the look of that, and I need a piece of foliage, and I think this piece is probably going to be enough. So I've used, for this design, I'm going to use 1 piece of foliage, 1 full flower and 2 flower heads. So 2 parts of the decoupage. I haven't even used a whole flower and the decoupage. So that's all I'm going to need, okay? Right, we're going to need to make that go further. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. And this is the card that I'm going to do. So let's think about what this looks like. I think we need to do a stepper card. And we need to make this the background of the card. We need to do it with a plain card as the main body. So we're going to work on an A5 shape. So I'm just going to score that in half. Right, hello. Black coffee or squash? Or what flavour? Squash. Was it Delia? Della, what flavour squash is your favourite? I've been quite taken with blackcurrant recently. Cup of tea every time. Roxanne says, I use water, sometimes coffee. Black coffee. Isn't it interesting how many people have black coffee? Hilda's got a cup of coffee. Gayna's got a cup of tea every time with skimmed milk, actually. Can't fault you with skimmed milk. I'm an absolute fan of that as well. Then Jenny's got a cup of tea. Susan's got tea and mince tea, water and mince when I'm crafting. That's a right little picnic. It has to be a latte. Oh God, Elaine, you're posh. Caroline says, I always craft with a hot cup of strong tea, but never drink it all because I'm too engrossed. Do you know that? You couldn't have said it better. Right, little tip for you. So there's my card shape. I'm now going to come down here, and I've just cut through that card. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this piece inside out, and I'm going to just take my little mini scoreboard. Kit and Caboodle tools are back in stock, everybody. The lovely Dawn Wheeler did a show the other day, and she showed you so many little tricks and techniques. I would just say to you, get these little tools because they are so useful. So what I've done, score, press down, okay? So score, press down, so you can see where I am now. Now, what I need to do is I need to just lift that back, and I'm going to score, better, get right in, get in there, right in, up tight, right in there, like that. Then that is going to fold back, that's going to fold back, that's going to fold back. There's our card front, okay. So that's the shape that we're working to. Now, I've got my card panel. Right, so in my designs, I need to come in here and check my other inserts and see whether there is another insert that would I'd be wasting less. No, this is going to be the one. So I'm looking at my design. I'm looking at the width of the panel that I've got here, and I want to be about there, I think. And we're going to trim that off. So where is it? In the light, I can just about... Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Should have just done it by eye. It's always easier. Right, there we go. So I'm going to just trim this by eye because I know it'll be all right. Okay, so that is going to sit in here. So I need a little bit more off the top. Oh, idea, everybody. Right, so I'm going to go up as far as there. Now, I'm just going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. I could have picked an easier shaped fussy cut, but never mind. And I'm just going to show you this. So I'm fussy cutting this little tiny bit of the leaf that I've got. And I'm going to come right round to there and then place this back under my cutting mat. Cut right in, not too close because I don't want to accidentally snip off the bit I've been trying to save, because I've done that lots of times. And can you see how I've just left that little piece over the top? Be a shame to have just chopped it off, wouldn't it? So now let's check the sizing. That's absolutely perfect. This is where I'm going to bring in my pale pink, because I've got the pink there in the roses, and I'm just going to look at the size for this. So when I'm not measuring, what I do is I'll come up to here, I'll look at what the kind of border I want. So I can see the border at the top and the bottom. And then if I line this up, this piece of card up, like that, check the top and the bottom, that is going to give me the right kind of border. So you can see it's really quite delicate. And then to find out how much I need to go across the top, if I line it right up in that corner, I can see if I cut a border of about that distance, this should have an equal border all the way around. So I'm just going to pop that in there, move that out the way, and look at this, how this works. It's really clever, isn't it? That you end up with that little border there. And then that sits on my card like that. I've got my flowers that I'm going to be putting on. I've got somewhere to put a tag and some decoration. I'm thinking I might prefer it to be on this side. I definitely do. And I need a tiny border of my dark pink. So we'll do this by being smart. And this is a little trick, again, that I use when I'm speed crafting, which I'm doing here. And that's to go into there, put my card in, get that all lined up. It's not quite there yet. I get you just in a little bit further there. So Sarah says she has black decaffeinated, all with salted caramel flavour. Do you know what? That sounds delicious. Susan said workshops would be fabulous. I can't wait for doing that. Bye, Dee. Wow, Stephanie, worth the watch. Thank you, Laurie. Really appreciate it. Who else? I ordered the butterfly PT early in 2019 from China. It's so blue. You put lemon in it, it goes purple, but it tastes so bad. That's good to know. That's not on my list then. So look, I'd already glued two sides, and look how easy it is to get your perfect mats and layers. Let's go back in here, and I'm just going to finish this one up. So I've now got a little border round the outside edge. I've got my flowers that are going to sit over the top there. So some little tips for you with mats and layers. We'll use the tape pen, and remember everybody, the deal that we've got today, you get the tape pens, 6 tape pens with this fabulous kit. It's not one tape pen, it's a pack of them. And not only do you get all 6 of them, but you're also going to get the full paper kit as well, which I just think is great value for money. So there you can see I've put the design on. I'm not worrying too much about it being perfect. My flowers, I need to show you how to make that bouquet go further. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's like the gardener's been round with the shears, the secateurs, and chopped them off. I think, oh, I know where they are. They're here. Ha! All the time. All the time. And the reason that I'm going to put these over here is because I'm not actually going to put anything over this side except a little bit of maybe some torn card. That might look quite nice. Let's do that. So we'll butt it up so that it looks like it's coming from behind. So let's get you there. And then, because I've done that, this is being picky, guys, but I'm going to put the tiniest little bit of it on this side. And it will only be a tiny bit, but you can see that it looks like that cardboard's gone all the way under there. See how it just looks like it was meant to be? Right, so these flowers, let's get these in the right place. And then I'm going to move on to another little kit for you. And it's one that's on a USB. Now, the designs are very similar, but there's a lot more on it. And it's also a brilliant price. But the other thing is, I want to show you some more little ideas for some folding. Now, down here, we've got the poppy down low. I'm going to take this poppy up high because I want to really make the most of it. I've got two more poppies. This one is going to tuck behind and it's going to go on flat. So you're going to go up there, so as if it's growing high. And this one is going to go there as if it's growing that way. Now that poppy looks like it's floating, which is a disaster. So what we do here is we're going to take little bits of this, and so I'm going to cut it off by a leaf, not with the stem. Any stems that we've got have got to be at the bottom, otherwise this doesn't work. So you go there and tuck out like a leaf. You're going to go there and tuck out like a leaf. And you're going to go there as if you go behind that poppy. So can you see how we've made this one piece of greenery give us the illusion that it's in lots of different places? So that needs to go right down there. So look at how it looks like it's going behind. The poppy here is actually the one poppy. This one, the stem could be going anywhere. And we need to now join it all together. So we're going to join it together with a piece of tape. So we're going to hold that all in place like that. And that gets a piece of tape like that sits across there with a little tiny note on it that goes on the tape that says, "With love, because you're all so special." And that, and I don't even mind if it's a bit wonky, sits there. So we've hardly used anything. We've taken the front of the card, one piece of cardstock, made our own stepper, done that piece of card that goes across. Don't forget to fill in these little tiny pieces so it looks like it goes right the way across the card. There's lovely flowers, so we've made one little bouquet dimensional, one little bouquet in the middle, and probably what I would consider here, which might look really nice, would be having a little matten layer of something that we might put in the middle. So I'm looking for, well, I'd maybe cut a little square, a little circle, and you could put your little "with love" in the middle there. But for now, I'm going to leave it in the middle. Right, we're going to take a quick swig of tea because it's already 5:10 and we're here till 6 o'clock. Weekdays, Monday to Friday. We're here from 4 in the afternoon until 6 for the time being. We may adjust the times later on. But I've got another kit for you. Give you time to quick nip to the computer if you want to buy this kit. or maybe you want to make yourself a quick cup of tea, maybe you need to let the cat in, whatever it is, we'll just take a couple of minutes while I clean all this lot up because it's a bit of a mess. Okay, so I'll keep saying some hellos while I'm doing this. So Sarah's just having a cuppa with her big Mickey Mouse mug. Do you know what? You can't beat a big mug. I actually think, oh my gosh, oh Kathy, oh my, can I come round? She's got a glass of wine. Oh, that sounds so good. It's already got a like on it. Did you see that? Somebody's put a big love heart on it. Oh, Create and Craft, a lady after my own heart. I know what I'm doing this afternoon. Tonight. So glad to see I'm not the only one with the crafts on a messy table. Well, yeah, I guess it is a bit messy, isn't it? Sorry, earrings, new earrings, everybody. Made from paper. Kasha made these. I'm so proud of her because, you know, when Kasha first came to work here, one day I'll bring her in. She's a bit shy, but I'll bring her in to show you and see if she'll come and say hello. She is the loveliest person. And English isn't her first language, and she speaks it brilliantly. I mean, I don't speak another language at all, so I'm pretty rubbish at stuff like that. But she came over to England. She's got she married a English guy, and they've got a lovely family. And Kasha came and started off. Originally, she worked in our warehouse. It was many years ago. Now, she is one of the most reliable, creative, excitable, delightful, experimental crafters that I've ever met. And she gets like me. She squeals when she works something new out. I just love it because I love the fact that she just can't control her excitement. But, yeah, she never ever crafted. And do you know the thing that turned her to craft? Was Screen Sensation. She literally, her house is screen printed all over, but she's into this leather paper now. So while I was doing some job interviews and stuff earlier this afternoon, Kasha was actually with Kathleen ordering a load of leather paper ready because I've got a show on Saturday. So I'm going over to Create and Craft to do a show on this leather paper, and I hope you can join me because it's going to be amazing. The stuff you can do with it, if you're not convinced that you need it, and it's so inexpensive as well. It's a bit like this kit. This kit's really inexpensive. So I'm nearly sort of mostly tidied up. This is only one kit I'm putting away here, everybody. So Linda, hi. Mine's tea, made by my husband every couple of hours. Wow. Jenny, my son Josh, makes a lovely cup of tea. Hi Josh, if you're watching, thank you for looking after your mum. That's what mums are for. I hope you spoiled her on Mother's Day. Janet said, I just got in from work. Oh, I hope you've had a good day. Sorry, Stephanie, I have a dental appointment. We'll watch later. Oh, Pauline, I hope it's not too bad. Dentists, lots of people don't like dentists, do they? I don't mind, actually. I hope it's all right. Jenny says, I love poppies. Then Create and Craft says, good luck to Jenny to go into her appointment. Oh, I might just got you all mixed up there. Mary, hi Mary, how are you? Janet, thank you for joining. That was Create and Craft. Can we still get baby blue plates? Do you know what? Yes, I think you can. And I think they are some on the Create and Craft website. And if for some reason they're not on there, drop us a quick message again. You can send me an email because if you need to, but drop me a message. I will work out when they're coming back for you and make sure that we don't disappoint. Janet says, I got some flower cutouts and they are so hard to pop out without ripping. Right, okay, so I need to give you some tips. That's a really good way. You know what? That's what these sessions are about. Asking questions like that. So let me find a sheet of flowers. Where are you? Here we go. Here's one. See, it's really interesting because we do stuff like this all the time. Look at that, it's huge, isn't it? You sort of take it for granted that everybody knows how to do everything. And if you've, you know, in the past, maybe you've done stuff like this and it's been, oh, got the bag stuck. and everything's been sort of hunky-dory, really easy and smooth, and then suddenly you get one that just doesn't want to play, then you need those extra little tips, don't you? So I'm just going to put this away, and then, right, that's that. Oh, look at this, how much, oh, there's a desk. There is a desk. Hello, desk. Right, here we go. Oh, no bin, never mind. Right, so let's look at these. Let's find one that's going to be hard to pop out. Let me see. Sometimes on the back you can see where it might be hard. Maybe there. Let me try it. This is actually quite a, yeah, maybe not many places on this sheet. Sometimes it depends on where it is in the production line, because the way that this is done, let me just explain this process to you. So the sheets are printed and they get fed onto a great big platen, and it's got a wooden board on the other side with a steel blade in it. And this steel blade, literally, as the sheet drops down, the printed sheet, the blade goes ka-clunk and hits this and actually cuts it in one go. But very, very occasionally, when the machine's been running for literally hours and hours, it might mean that a tiny little bit of it moves, then somebody goes and checks the machine, they'll see it and they'll actually swap it. Also, the other thing is, occasionally pieces of paper, you know, they look like they're totally smooth, but you can get little fibres in them that are not quite as fine as in another area of the paper, and that can affect it. I mean, there's so many little tiny things that can affect it, but there are always ways round them. So first of all, here we go, let's do this one with a pair of tweezers. So the first thing that you can do is you can go into it and literally push it out as you go along like this. So I'm just looking at where I'm going to push, but the best way of doing it is to go on the other side, and I've found a piece there that doesn't want to come out. Can you see if I push in it, it's sticking a little bit. So I can push it until it releases it, and then keep pushing it down, and you'll find where you've got these little pips. And if you have got a little, so I can push it down, feed it out, get rid of those little pips. And part of it is that extra little bit of patience, because when we're making cards, we're always in a hurry. And turn your card round so that you're working in the direction of that you want it to push out of. So if I just get that last little bit there and I lift that out, I've still got a piece in here that's what we call landlocked. Can you see it? That does not want to come out. And if I push it from this side, I've got the same problem. It's like, when you heard two pips go, but the last little bit of it doesn't want to go, and I'm pulling it, and that's where it's going to rip. So get something like your tweezers, get hold of it and just tug that little bit, and you might end up pulling a few little fibres of the card away, but if you do it from the wrong side, you won't see any damage to the main part of the card. But let me lift this piece up so you can see. Look, there are the fibres that actually was stuck, and I've pulled it away, and that has now just taken a tiny layer off the back, but nothing that was going to matter or damage your card, but I'm left with it really perfect. So let me see if I can find another one. I don't wonder if the other sheet is harder to get out. Let me have a look. Those flowers are a bit more delicate. So yeah, let me see if I can find one of these. And this is what you don't want, where that pip, you know, it's held together literally by one pip, but you pick your bag up and everything has fallen out. So I think that one might be. It looks like it's cut through, but it actually hasn't cut all the way. So let's go round with this one. So push, push, push. That one's come out fairly easily too. I could really do with one that's tough. Let me find you. Nope. The other thing that helps is if you give the sheet a little bit of a wriggle like this. Can you see how it breaks so many pips just by doing that wriggle? That one's looking like it might be a bit stubborn. Let's see if you are the one. So let's go here. Yes, look, I've got a pip there that doesn't want to come out. So I can go round it and literally using, can you hear how I'm managing to just break those little pips? Yeah, but I'm having to do it really gently. And then let's go in here. There's another one, look, this one doesn't want to go. So I'm having to, right there, you're not wanting to go. So come away from it. Make sure that you get all these little pieces out first, because if you come into here and you start getting, and you know when you get a little bit cross with it and it doesn't want to free up, so I'm having to tease it here. Let's free it from there. Right, this is the bit that's not free. So I'm going to try my little wiggle, see if I can free it from that. That's going to help. Yeah, definitely helps. It's breaking those fibres there. Another little bit. And now it's going to, I'm going to tear it on purpose. Okay, everybody. So I've torn it and look what I'm left with. Right, so here it got stuck at the back. Well, I'm just going to pull that away from behind. Here it's got stuck at the front. So I'm just going to take that little bit of paper, and that's the bit that didn't want to come away. So I'm going to get my tweezers, go in there and pull that to the back and take it off that way. And then let's look at that and see. There, look how perfect it's come out now. It is a little bit of patience, but you do need to get in there, and a pair of tweezers and a pokey tool are the best two things that you can get. There you go, there's even another little bit of fibre there, look. But get those tweezers in and get that piece out. Okay, I hope that helped. It's not the perfect solution, but I hope it helped a little bit. Let's, Anne said, can you put the stepper card score and cut line measurements under this video? Right, let's do that for you now. We'll see if we can get somebody to make a note of them. So, because I did just guess. So it's an A4 piece of card, fold in half. Then the first cut line is at 14 centimetres. So that's from the along the score line, so the centre fold, down 14 centimetres, and you need to cut. So let me get that cut measurement for you. I need to do that. And you're going to cut in, I'm going to say 10.5 centimetres. So do a cut line 10.5 centimetres. Then you're going to be left, so you're going to score across with what's left, and it's going to be 3.5, or nearly 4 actually, so it's 4 centimetres. Then fold that in half. Score along the bottom of here, because that's where your base is. So score along the bottom of the card and then push that up, and by default what's left becomes the top step. I hope that makes sense, Anne. If I've not explained it properly, tell me and I'll try and explain it again. So from the top along here, measure 14 centimetres, then go down 10.5, score out to the edge, push your piece down that you've cut into, score along the bottom on both the front and the back, and then push that back in like that, and what's left makes your second step. There. It's really good that you can ask questions like this, because we're like, as we're going along, we're actually asking. We'd never have time to do this on Create and Craft normally. This is brilliant. Hi Steph. Now got in from work, just watching the last hour. Maria, hi, how are you? It's good to hear from you. Now, Bernadette's saying hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's like we've got a new lot of people. Anne said, I push with the corner of my Visa card. I push Oh, I push with the corner of my Visa card. Will you push into the corners or you score with it? I'm not quite sure. Let's just double check that. Steph, no baby. Does it say? No baby blue plates on the CNC. A lady had a look. Okay, right, Sarah. I'll tell you what to do. Go on to Crate and Craft's website. Have a look for the ones for the kit and caboodle. They will fit perfectly. They're exactly the same size. Find those ones. They'll do it. And if you get stuck again, come back with another message. Absolutely beautiful from Andrea. Chris says, what a cool tip. Janet says, that has helped because it was the actual sheet and the green leaf that I struggled with. Ah, okay. That's good. That's really good. So it was that actual sheet. What have we got? Thank you, but sorry, have to go now. Be back tomorrow. Going to order the fab kit. Oh, thanks, Susan. Do you know what I love is you get a deal. It's absolutely a deal. And because we're not on TV, we can do different things and I can talk a lot. Right, now, so I've got this kit next. This is a paper USB. Now, this is $24.99. I want to show you what you get. Do you know what? I'm just laughing because they've printed for me this. No. Seriously? Do you know the deal? I don't get to see these deals until I just know what the kit is. So the deal is you're going to get all of this and this for $29.99 plus your club discount. So you're going to get 220 GSM Pro card and 140 GSM Pro. That's incredible. So 75 sheets of one, 70 sheets of another. And this is Pro paper, everybody. This is like our favourite forever paper. And you're going to get the USB and all of it's $29.99. Okay, but it's only $29.99 on here. It's not $29.99 anywhere else. Okay, this is the USB. So on here, I've got SVG cutting files. So you can actually cut these designs on your scan and cut. Now, I'm going to have to just show you what's on the USB because I'm going to run out of time. I shouldn't have done so much talking, should I? Look at all these demos I'd got. These have all been... The team are just desperate to make stuff all the time. These have all been done, cut on the scan and cut. Right, and all this little lot. Right, I'm just going to show you what you get on here. And I'll show you why this is so amazing. So first of all, look at this. Well, I'll go quite quick so that you can see. This is just beautiful. Chris says Pro paper is awesome. It is. Do you know why it's so awesome? Look at all the different flowers. You've got that one. You've got the backgrounds, all the different coloured planes. Then you've got into this one. And with this, you're also getting these flowers as well. And look at these. These are just, and the colours are just delightful. And what I love is that you can mix and match the kits. So there's more flowers. Look, you're getting even more flowers in here. This is just a great, great price kit. Oh gosh, if this was on TV, it'd be limited stock. You wouldn't have been able to, you wouldn't have got this. That's not everything, by the way. That's just a big chunk of it. But look at all the lovely flowers and the colours and the vellums, the laces, all of that is in there ready. Right, I'm going to see how many cards I can put together for you in the time that I've got. So let me take a look at what I'm going to do. First of all, I'll do this one. So remember, you can print these out and you can colour them as many times as you like. And just so that everybody knows, I'm just going to put this down here so you can see how much card that you're getting, because that is the card pack. That's what you're actually getting, those two and the USB. Right, let's do this. We're going to do a couple of quick ones. This is one from Beauty from the Heart. So now you can see the difference between this is all the stuff from this. Look at these from the Scan and Cut. You're never going to run out, are you? You can print all this with all of this cardstock. Wow. Okay, right. So the difference between a paper design and a Scan and Cut design. Let me see if I can find something that's going to... Well, first of all, with a Scan and Cut, you can print onto any paper that you want. The other thing is, what you'll get is, you know how you get that really... Look, you can see the way the blade comes down the edges. It's a really straight cut, isn't it? What happens with the machine when it's doing its clunking... So if I just take my little special corner off. So first of all, can you see here on a paper kit you get these little pips? Well, you're not going to get those on your Scan and Cut items. There's one that's been cut on the Scan and Cut. Look, there are no little pips anywhere on it. That's the difference. Also, a paper kit, once you've used it, you've used it. Look at how these flowers just... Doesn't that look like a florist? It just is gorgeous. You can print these out again and again and again. Do you know, even if you've got the USB, I'll be getting this for the paper kits. I'm going to build this. I'm going to put it together quite quickly. So I've got all of these different pieces. They're just gorgeous and exquisite. So how are we going to make this into a card? Well, first of all, I'm going to use this panel. And let's see what I'm going to do with it. I've got to think about what I've got here that's going to make this work. So I think I'm going to do some over the edge. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an invisible card front. So this is a great fun card to do. So the first thing you need to do is take your first layer, and your invisible card front will look like this. Now you need to think about the size of the envelope it's going in. So I've got to think about that. So I'm going to take a measurement on my glass cutting mat, and this is where I use my mats a lot. So my card is got to fit in there. So this is what we'll do to make sure we stay within the boundaries of what's going to fit in this card shape that I'm working on. I'm going to take a little bit of red liner tape. I haven't got any purple tape, have I? No. I don't know what I've done with that. I'm going to take my red liner tape and I'm going to put it in. Just double check where you are. I'm coming just inside the edge so that I know, because I'm doing an invisible front, I need to make sure that I work between there and there. So I'm just going to snip that. God, tape. Don't do that to me. There. So I've got to make sure I stay in that space. Otherwise, it's not going to fit in my envelope. Let me show you what you do. Right, so I've got my card there. I can come over the edge a little bit on this side. So I'm going to do some mats and layers. In fact, we'll make it even cleverer for you. I'm going to go there first. Then this is my next layer. So you can come up to that edge, but you can't come past it. Okay, that's that. Now I've got a panel here, and I'm going to put you, I'm going to put, let's pull this back a little bit so I can get this one on. I'm going to go there, and that can go up to there, but can't go past it. So I'm defining the size of my invisible card front. Now I've got to think about where I'm going to go with my other elements. And you can be really generous with all your toppers. You don't have to think, oh, this is my best friend, do I really like them, before you decide how many elements you're going to use, because you actually can just print them again. So that's my part of my invisible card front. I'm going to put, what else am I going to put on here? A panel. I think I need a panel. And do I need a panel to the side? Yeah, I probably do actually. But I want this one on foam. So this is going to be my platform for my design. So I'm going to put you on foam. I'm going to put a bit of glue under there. And this is going to be my platform. So Deborah says, are there any replacement parts for the original crossover machine? Yes, I do believe there are, Deborah, but I think they may be under generic plates. I just need to have a think about it for a minute, but I'm sure we do have some. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll double check for you and we'll come back to you if that's okay. I'm going to ask the lovely Sarah if she can work out how we can get in touch with you again. Or could you perhaps email us? Email me, email Stephanie at Crafting and with your details, and I will double check for you. I will get all the details and I will then send you the details and the item number. Right, can you see here, this piece I could just stick down, but because I've put this piece up on foam, I need to put a piece of foam behind there to make sure that I've got the heights right for this. So I've got that lovely bit of floral there, and then I've got another little bit of floral. I'm going to take that piece off because I want to create a floral corner. So can you see how that starts to give you this corner? So I'm going to take that piece off. I'm going to build my design. I'm going to put that piece of my flower up there. This piece is going to go right into the space. So I need a tiny bit of foam on you because you've got to be lifted. So right to the top there, like that. I love the way this is giving us this floating flower shape. Right, now, so we need you stuck. So we'll get that in position and get that stuck down. So we've created this lovely corner and everything is sort of coming round and filling the front of the card. And we've got a floating card, so there's no base to it, there's no foundation. So yes, of course, I could take a card base and I could stick that on the front, but it's not going to be as much fun as having it the way that we can see here. So really what we need to do is we need a way of being able to create a stand to display this. And I think this deserves to be actually properly displayed on a stand rather than just as making a back for it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this piece of card that I've got and I'm going to take a piece of plain card. I'm going to put the two of those back to back. Now I'm just going to lift off this red liner tape because otherwise it'll end up on there forever. Not forever, but you know what I mean. And I won't know how to get rid of it. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half to make myself a template. And then the next thing you do is you get yourself something round. And we then get something that we can score with or you can draw with. And you're going to go round like that. And then the next bit you do is draw this for you so you can see what I'm doing. These are the fun bits of crafting that are fab. So, right, so the first bit you do is you get something round and you draw like that. Then you take this round bit and you draw like that. Okay, so you need a zigzaggy thing. Then you put your lid back on your pen so you don't get it all over yourself. And then you cut this out and you go, I'm going to cut just inside the line. So I'm going to cut there and I'm going to come round like that, there. Then I'm going to cut this bit like that and this bit like that. You need a couple of little V's in there like that. Then you turn it round so you've got, it's pretty like that. Oh, oops, I've cut the bit off the wrong end. Stephanie, look at that. It's yeah, it's great, isn't it? Look at that. Brilliant. Falls over. Start again. Got a bit carried away. Combined 2 different techniques there with one, and it went to pot. Where's my pen gone? Put you away too. Put you back. So here we go again. That way, there. Then that way, there. Then oops, cut you there, like that. Then you need to cut, that's it, I don't need the other little slotty bit. You cut your little bit like that, that's not level, so it will fall over if I don't cut that bit. And I have to do it right this time. So there's my shape, and that then goes in there like that. And that's your little stand. So don't go cutting off the slotty bits at the bottom. That's when you're doing the other type of stand, not this one. So there you go, like that. So, Ruth Ann says, I love Facebook Live since I can go back and rewatch without distraction. That's really true, it's good. And then Marion says, I've made gorgeous cards from the Beauty to the Heart kit, which was originally shown on Create and Craft. Really need this USB to keep making them. So easy to design a card fast. Just love these, Stephanie. Look at this one though. Look at that, was so easy. And this is what we call a floating card front. I just made that up, by the way. There we go. And then everybody who has just messaged us, thank you so much. Right, let's do another one. So here we go. So that's one, and there's your little card stand. Don't forget to make stands for everything. But look at this, how, because the colours match, it actually really works, doesn't it? So it really does look fab. And I'm just thinking about this. Let's just think about this a second, because I've just had another little idea. Oh yes, you can see here, look, how you've got all of this space to the front. So we could actually put some more flowers down here, so they're actually floating on the bottom of this very card. So you've actually got them floating there. That would look fabulous. Okay. I love doing this because this is actually makes this into more of a gift. So that's one of them. Right, I've got all of these other sets that everybody gave me. What have I done with them all? Oh, they're all here. Oh, which one next? I think we'll do blue. Let's do blue. How much time have I got? Oh my gosh, not long. Right. Oh, sorry everybody. It's just, can you imagine all these? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you something, another little card fold. Right, there is my card base. What we're going to do is we're going to make a, not with that, we're going to make a little cone that's going to be, right, so you need a square of card like this. Then we're going to come like that into the middle. So I've lined it up so it comes up to that middle point there. Can you see that? This one needs to go just over the edge, not too far, otherwise your cone's too skinny, like that. But you want about the same distance on each side at the top. Then this piece is going to fold back, and that piece is going to fold back like that. Now, to keep it all together, open it up inside and get your foam on there and on there. Now what will happen is when you overlap these, that is going to go on top of that, and it's going to get you even more dimension. So that, and then look how this one's starting to just overlaps it. So we're now at double the height. Okay, so we can get our fingers in and just make sure we've got lots of room. Now we can fill this beautiful bouquet with flowers. So let's see what we've got. I've got some purple ones. because I can use as many as I like with this, because I'm taking them from the USB, and not just the flowers from the USB, but you're also, if you're just joining, you're going to get 70 sheets of the 220 GSM and 75 sheets of the 140 GSM, and this is Pro paper. So this is our favourite, best quality paper. You don't need an amazing printer to make it work. Right, look at this, guys. Let's fill this up. So I need to make the most of it. I don't want to waste anything. So I'm going to tuck that so that that's coming over the edge of the flowers. So that's going to be a perfect place to put it. So let's do this. So first, that, do you know what? My head is going round with all these ideas that I've got of different things. I'm thinking, I should show you all that. I should show you that. Look at the way that sits now, there. Then I've got one more here. I'm going to cut this one. So I'm going to go into here. I can't believe how gorgeous these are. This USB is just stunning. Look at that, everybody. I mean, that is just a beautiful, just full bouquet. That is not a £29 bouquet. That's a 50 quidder. Look at it. And then we've got these flowers, these bows to be able to go on the front. Right, come on. We need to fill you. So we need to put this one right down there at the bottom. But these leaves are in danger. Look how fine the stems are there. So we're going to need to hold down where that stem could tear, and put your glue on first. There. Let's put you right in the bottom. Just maybe I could get you peeking out there. That's it. That would do good. That would look, I'm happy with that. That's nice, the way that that's peeking out. Let's take another one. Let's get another full one on there. Now that flower, that was a leaf that was in danger, wasn't it? I'm going to take those off because they're going to get hidden in the bottom. I don't want to waste anything, even though I can print them as many times as I want. I want to maximise all the work that's been done with all this decoupage. Look at this, how I can layer it over the top and get more height. And I can layer this piece up here. And let's get you in place and just get that piece so it's just a little bit more dimension. See how many layers we're getting in this. Then I've got one more here. You're going to have to go over there. I need you right in there so that, and I think I want you to the back because I want to get those pieces so that they're really the focal point of this design. Now, so I haven't got everything quite in place as firmly as I want, so I'm going to put some tape in, take it across the whole thing and get this literally positioned down. Hello, Laurie. She just said, you have made my stepper card quandary so simple. Thanks, I love the style and you have made it smooth as gravy. Oh, my husband makes good gravy. I wonder if we might have gravy. Sausage and mash tonight would be a lovely dinner. What's everybody having for dinner? Helen, hi again. Hello. How are you? It's good to have you back. Do you know, and then let's see how I'm just making and arranging those flowers. That is a beautiful bouquet, but we haven't finished because we've got a lot of lovely things that we can be using. So first of all, we're going to put a sentiment in. Got to decide. That looks like one that's come on a stick from the florist, doesn't it? Can you remember when they tuck them in like that? So that's a good one to have. Susan says hi. Cottage pie. Oh wow, cottage pie. That sounds good. Chicken hot pot. You're making me hungry, girls. Chris says, when it comes to flower bouquets, you just go for what looks good. Have I done any real flower arrangements? Do you know? No, I haven't, Chris, but I would love to. I would love to learn proper flower arranging. Wouldn't you all? You know, you can imagine how much more you could do if you were a flower arranger. Doesn't that look like it's just one of those little stems that has been pushed in by the florist? Right, now, normally they come with lots of cellophane around them and you can make them into beautiful bouquets. But I'm going to save another idea that I want to show you for another day because it's going to take me longer than I've got left. But I am going to show you how we're going to finish this one off. So I'm going to pull this round and make ourselves a little wrap. So we'll pull this round here, and not going to worry that elements of it stick out at the sides. I think that's actually makes it nicer. Right, so Shadia has actually said, I would love the dimensions of that bouquet, please. Okay, we'll consider it done. I'll do that for you in just a moment. So you can see how this is going to wrap around just there, and I'm going to cut that piece off there. I'm going to get some tape and put you across there. So I'm sure I'm lining all that up. And then I've got these bows. And these little bows, one of them's going to go in here. And thank you, everybody. Stephanie, hi. Oh, I love it when I hear another Stephanie. And we've got a lovely thank you in there. So here we go now. A couple of things. This is wobbly and this is wobbly. That's not a good sign. So you need either preferably a piece of acetate. I haven't got a piece of acetate, so I'm going to have to use a piece of cello bag. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there, and I'm going to attach you like that, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to just glue there. Right, look at that, how it's protected it. It's just stopped it being all completely floppy. Okay, the other thing that I would do, everybody, is I would cut out some of these individual flowers, and I would just probably put some of these at the back, because look at how much nicer this looks when you can see how nicely finished it is. I'm just looking to see if I've got any others that match. I can't see any at the moment, but that's what I would do, is I would cut some of these and I'd just fill it in so that it matches at the back. So that's one thing. Right, we need a way of displaying this, because this isn't, again, it's not going to stand all by itself. So before I do that though, let me give you these measurements. So first of all, you are going to need a square that is, let me just check that measurement for you. Where's the edge there? So 7.5, 11, yeah, 14-inch square is the first thing. Then, so let's get a 14-inch square, which is there. Then you put it so it's a diamond on the piece of card. You take one side and you roll it into the middle till it's just about level with the middle. Don't go too far over. And it's going to leave you with about 7 centimetres up here. You do the same on the other side, but you go over a little tiny bit further, just so that, only a little bit, but just so that they're overlapping a little bit. Fold back and fold back so you've got more room to put your flowers. The further you fold back, the more flowers you're going to need. That's what you're going to end up with. So it's going to look something like this. But now we need a stand for it, and this is where this kind of stand will work, but this one isn't going to work as it is. We need to do something different to it, because albeit you can sometimes lay your bouquets. Let me just see which way this is going to work best. You can lay your bouquets sideways. So let me show you how you do it, because we've just about got time. Right, you need a piece of quite good cardstock. What have I got weight-wise there? Let's have a look. Oh, that's a bit quite thick. I don't need it that thick. Let me get this one. Right, so I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to make this look amazing. So that means I need a score line, because I can't just, this cardstock doesn't like you just creasing it. I don't know where my tool is, I've lost it. Well, I haven't lost it, it's somewhere. I'm just going to fold that in half like that. So you remember what I did? I drew a semicircle, didn't I? And then another circle there. So this time we need to draw them higher up the piece of card, because we need, whoops. This is what happens when I'm rushing to do stuff. I sort of have a little mini accidents. And then like this. Okay, so that's my card shape. So just going to do, those scissors are absolute pants. I think they might be left-handed ones. Probably are, you know. Right, so you go like this. Get yourself a template, scan it into your scan and cut, and use that. Right, now the secret to this is this. Don't cut both V's at once. It's really, that won't work. So this is going to be our card. We're going to cut one V there. I nearly cut it the wrong shape. So it needs to slide in like that. That's one. And the other one's going to go right up here. And I'm just thinking about the shape of it. It needs to go that shape, like that. So I've got two V's, one there and one there, okay? Then you get that. Oh, I hope I've done this the right way. Round. Just, no, I haven't cut this one far enough. This one you've got to cut back a bit further, so I'll take that bit off there. That should do it. Right, let me see if I can make it work. Yeah. I've got, this is too big at the top here, this bit. I've been too generous because it was gold. I didn't want to lose too much of it. So I'm having to lose a bit more of it. It's what it's doing, it's pushing the card too far forward. And that isn't going to help us. It's not going to sit in these two V's that we're making, which is what we want to happen. So I think I've got them now. I think that'll do it. Yes. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller to make it more elegant. Oh, this makes me so happy when we do stuff like this and you get to see pretty things. Which way down? I don't want it to go. No, it does want to go that way. Okay, guys. So, here's the stand. It sits like that and like that. And displays your little bouquet sideways. How good's that, isn't it? Right, everybody. That is Roxanne, thank you. It's so lovely to hear from you. Lovely roses, Laurie, thank you for you guys. Stephanie, thank you. Sinead, do you know what? And within a few days, I'll be able to say your name with Shadia without even thinking about it. Diane, thank you. Susan, thank you. Everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. More to come next week, or well, actually next week's Create and Craft's birthday. But in the meantime, please join me on Saturday because I've got the most amazing paper leather show. I'm going to be showing you some really clever stuff. And what am I going to do now? Glass of wine.